Archangel Michael says, "This is not a joke. It's only for you, don't tell anyone. Someone is paying a huge price for hurting you because open before it's too late." Archangel Michael says you were never supposed to see this message, but heaven made an exception. The spiritual world is shifting because of what's happening around your name. Someone who hurt you deeply, someone who thought they got away, is now trapped in a consequence they never expected. They tried to ruin your peace. They smiled in your face while silently wishing your collapse. But what they didn't understand is that divine laws always balance what is broken. This is not karma. This is divine intervention. And it's already happening behind closed doors where your name is still whispered in regret. Someone mocked your pain in secret. They laughed when you were at your lowest. But heaven took note of every moment, and the bill has come due. They are paying a price that no money or apology can reverse. Their health, peace, and inner stability are being shaken. They underestimated your connection to the divine. Archangel Michael says, "Heaven is not slow, it is precise." You may have cried in silence, but the angels saw everything. And now, the person who betrayed you is falling deeper into a storm. They can't sleep. They can't focus. They keep checking their phone for a message you'll never send. Their strength is collapsing. And all the people they gossiped with, you're distancing themselves. Even those who clapped when you fell are now hiding. They saw your strength. They saw you stand alone when others tried to break you. And now, they are watching the very person who laughed at you unravel under pressure. The one who betrayed you is being visited at night. Their spirit is restless, and a strange energy surrounds them, a punishment that cannot be touched, only endured. They may smile in public, but in the dark, they are weeping. And it's not just regret, it's a supernatural weight they never expected to carry. They tried to put your name in a negative light. Now their own reputation is being devoured by invisible forces. People are no longer listening to them the way they used to. This is only the beginning. Your finances are beginning to dry up, and the very hands they used to count their profits are trembling with anxiety. They are being exposed, but not by your words, by heaven's will. A strange series of events is making others question them. Documents they hid, actions they buried, secrets they thought were untouchable are leaking one by one. No matter what they say now, it's too late. They had the chance to apologize. They chose pride over truth, and heaven has responded with precision. Do not involve yourself in their fall. The divine has a reason for keeping you silent. You are being protected from spiritual backlash. You are being called to observe, not interfere. Let heaven finish what it started. Because this is about justice, not revenge. Archangel Michael says, you are about to enter a new season of visibility. Those who once ignored your name are about to honor it. And those who shamed you are now being silenced. One of them even paid someone to block your destiny. But the ritual backfired. Now they are experiencing loss, delay, and emotional torment. The spiritual force they called upon has turned against them. They opened a door they can no longer close. And the cost is everything they once valued. Their own dreams are now haunted by your name. They can't explain it to anyone without sounding unstable. But the truth is they brought this storm upon themselves. They didn't know you were chosen. They didn't know the divine had marked you since birth. But they are learning now, painfully and publicly. Soon, you'll hear of their breakdown. Not to gloat, but to understand how divine justice works. Because when someone harms a divine soul, heaven makes a loud statement. There is a reason you survived that betrayal. There is a reason you were isolated. Heaven didn't forget you. It was building you. You were not abandoned, you were hidden. Hidden so no more damage could reach you. And now you're being unveiled. The shift will be so sudden. You'll wake up one day, and your life will be different. Emails, calls, messages, opportunities that once ignored you will find you. You'll be invited to rooms they said you'd never enter. Your name will be mentioned in places they never thought you'd reach. And every delay will finally make sense. They said you were too soft. But softness is power when it's fueled by divine backing. And now the same softness they mocked will be your badge of favor. They may not say it out loud, but they'll see it. They'll see your face in headlines. They'll hear your name in opportunities they'll never be part of. This isn't a comeback. This is a divine eruption. And it's unstoppable. Hold your head high. Because the tears you cried in secret have fertilized a garden no one can steal. And that garden is about to bloom where they threw stones. Everything stolen is returning, pressed down, shaken together, overflowing. And the tables, they are not just turning, they are flipping. Don't feel sorry for what's happening to them. They planted seeds of destruction in your soil, and now the ground is cracking under them. Your smile has faded. Their circle has shrunk. Even their confidence has withered. You are not meant to see their downfall with bitterness. You are meant to see it as confirmation. Confirmation that heaven never forgets what's done to a chosen one. You will hear news of someone falling ill. Their body is breaking down. That's the one who used your name for personal gain. Their health is connected to the pain they inflicted on others. And now it's their turn to lie awake at night with guilt gnawing at their chest. But it's not for you to rescue them. They once watched you beg for peace. Now they'll beg for rest. But that rest won't come until the spiritual balance is complete. This month is different. You are stepping into divine authority. People will treat you differently, even without knowing why. A glow surrounds you, not of pride but of favor, because heaven is honoring you for surviving what tried to end you. You are being promoted spiritually. Angels are preparing a new environment for you. And soon, physical doors will match the spiritual shift. Be silent. Move wisely. And prepare because they are about to see you at the top. You don't need to say a word. Your rise will speak for itself. And their fall will be the lesson they never expected. Archangel Michael says, this is not a joke. It is not to be taken lightly. Heaven made this moment for you alone. Keep this to yourself. Let no one know the depth of this message. Because it is sacred. You are walking in a space of prophecy now. Nothing around you is random. It is all connected to your rise and their fall. Everything changes from today. Watch how people shift. Watch who apologizes. And more importantly, watch who suddenly disappears. Because the same ones who hurt you are now running from their own consequences. But you are rising. The divine is not done with you. In fact, it's just beginning. and no weapon formed against you will prosper, not now, not ever. Move in silence. Act with grace. Let heaven handle the rest. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They're watching you now. Not with the same arrogance they once had, but with confusion, guilt, and something they never expected, fear. They can feel that something is off. They know the energy has shifted. Even their most trusted companions have started to walk away quietly. One by one, the ones they used to celebrate with are growing cold. Their phone calls go unanswered. Their smiles have become masks that crack the moment they are alone. They tried to bury you in lies. Now the truth is digging them out of their comfort. It's poetic justice in motion, slow, deliberate, unstoppable. There's one particular person among them, the one who planned the betrayal, the one who orchestrated the whispers, the setups, the attacks on your name. They are now losing something important, something they never thought could slip through their hands. It could be a position, a relationship, a major deal, but it's crumbling fast. And no one wants to associate with them anymore. Why? Because your spirit is protected, and anyone that aligns against you now reaps that consequence too. You may begin to notice strange silence from people who once gossiped loudly. They no longer speak about you with certainty, because even they are starting to sense the divine justice unfolding around you. Some will say, I always liked them. Others will say, I was never involved. But you'll know the truth. You always knew. Archangel Michael says, this silence is a sign that your enemies are being scattered without your effort. You didn't have to lift a finger. Heaven has already lifted its hand, and no power can undo what's been decreed in the spiritual realm. They're even beginning to dream about you, and not sweet dreams. Dreams that wake them up in a panic, full of sweat and confusion. They wake up gasping because they saw what they did to you in their sleep. And in that moment, they see your face peaceful, glowing, untouched. It terrifies them because they realize you weren't their victim, you were their test. They failed. And now their soul feels the weight of what they did. Even if their mouth won't say it, their spirit is crying out for mercy. Don't be surprised if you receive random messages. Old friends trying to check in. Old enemies pretending they never hurt you. That's not coincidence. It's skill. And it's driven by the supernatural shaking their comfort. They are afraid of what's coming next, because it's already started. Doors are closing for them at rapid speed. The very people they wanted to impress have gone silent. The spotlight they craved has turned cold. And no matter what they do, it all feels forced. They are being ignored by the very circle they once chased. Because heaven is removing your name from their mouth and replacing it with silence, regret, and spiritual blockages. You don't need revenge, because your peace will be louder than their punishment. Your joy will outshine their bitterness. You will dance again, not with pride but with freedom. Freedom from the past, from their games, from the shadow they tried to cast on your light. This year was never about survival. It was about revelation. And now the truth is unfolding, person by person, lie by lie. Everything they hid is coming out, not through you but through divine orchestration. You'll receive news that shocks you. Proof of what you always felt but never had words for. Receipts, recordings, conversations. Heaven is letting it all pour out. This isn't just spiritual justice. This is generational closure. Because what they did to you was rooted in jealousy that ran deep. Even their ancestors knew who you were. That's why your path has been so heavy. You've been clearing curses while carrying crowns. But now the crown is being placed. And the curses, they're returning to sender. With interest. You don't have to announce your healing. Your glow will say everything. And they will see it. Every step you take will feel lighter. Because the chains they tried to place on you are now shackling their own movement. What they spoke over you is bouncing back. Some may even come forward crying. Not out of love, but because they want relief from what they're feeling. But don't let false apologies distract you. Watch the fruits, not the words. Because true repentance is quiet and consistent, not loud and strategic. You will know who is sincere, and you will know who is scrambling because the divine pressure is too much to bear. Use your wisdom, not your wounds, to respond. You're not who you used to be, and they are starting to realize it. You are rising now clean, calm, untouchable. The divine is rewriting your name in rooms they tried to block you from. They'll hear about your success through whispers and headlines, and they'll have to sit in the audience while you stand in the spotlight. This is your restoration. Not a lucky moment, but a divine reversal. And nothing can stop it. So walk tall. Speak with clarity. And trust that the storm they sent to destroy you has built your wings instead. This is the price they're paying. This is the silence they must endure. This is the fall they never prepared for. But you're just getting started. The glow-up isn't external, it's spiritual, emotional, and irreversible. Let the world wonder how you made it through. Let your enemies sit in their silence. Because heaven is making sure your name will never be treated the same again. Let them watch. Let them whisper. Let them feel the absence of your grace. Because what they lost in you, they will never find in anyone else. You were the blessing they mishandled. Now they are paying the price privately, painfully, permanently. Archangel Michael says, this is not a warning. This is confirmation. The season of tears is over. The season of justice has begun. Watch what happens next, not out of vengeance, but out of reverence. You are finally standing in the center of God's correction and reward. And this time, no one can steal it from you. Sparkles, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. They tried to curse your name in the darkness, but heaven lit a torch that exposed every shadow around them. Now, the very things they whispered in secret are being shouted through divine revelation. They didn't expect this. They thought their influence could cover their intentions. But God's timing has peeled back their disguise one layer at a time. They are haunted not by you, but by the consequences of touching someone chosen. There's a silence in their soul now, a cold that even sunlight can't warm. Their mind replays every word, every action, every betrayal, and it won't stop. Because they crossed a line that was never theirs to touch. You were their test, not their victim. And they failed that test with pride, deceit, and cruelty. One of them is even beginning to lose physical strength. An illness that came without warning is slowly draining them. Doctors are confused, but the divine isn't. Heaven knows exactly why. Their energy is blocked. Their deals are falling through. Their friends are distancing quietly, and some are even joining your side in secret. Yes, even those who laughed with them. Even those who watched you suffer and stayed silent. Some of them are now waking up at 3:00 a.m. in deep regret. They are writing messages they'll never send. They are rehearsing apologies they are too ashamed to speak. And some of them are breaking in ways no one else can see. You see, this isn't about revenge. This is about divine order. And when the divine steps in, no one, not even their wealth or power, can stop it. Archangel Michael says, you were built for more. And now heaven is making room for you by removing the ones who tried to block the door. Your energy has shifted. It's why they're restless. Because their actions no longer have power over your path. They wanted you to win. They wanted you to fall. But instead you rose wiser, quieter, unshakable. They are still watching you. But now they're watching in silence. Their pride will let them speak, but their spirit is crying. Even the ones you never suspected, people who acted neutral but carried your name in gossip, they're now sitting in quiet discomfort, knowing their part in your pain is being accounted for. But you, chosen one, you are about to witness a shift so powerful, it will feel surreal. Opportunities will come without warning. The very doors that were shut in your face are unlocking automatically. No password, no connection, just divine timing. People who once ignored your work will now ask how they can support it. Your name is becoming weighty in the spiritual realm. Your footsteps are echoing with purpose. Your life is no longer under their shadow, it's under divine spotlight. You will feel it in your body first. A peace that you can't explain. A joy that flows without needing a reason. Then it will show up in your environment. Money flowing in again. Connections forming again. Things that were delayed will suddenly accelerate. Not slowly but urgently. Because heaven is making up for lost time. You'll hear your name being spoken in rooms that once rejected you. You'll be invited to tables you were once kept from. Not because you begged, but because you obeyed divine timing. They tried to block your spotlight. Now they can't even look at you without feeling shame. Their own hands are trembling as they try to explain how things just started going wrong. But you already know. Heaven has explained it. And you don't need their confession, you already have confirmation. Someone among them has even tried to reverse it. They lit a candle. They said a chant. They thought they could undo the damage. But what they don't realize is this is divine judgment. And there is no prayer strong enough to stop it. Only sincere, lifelong transformation can shift what is now unfolding. But it's not your job to fix them. You are not their savior. You are the proof that heaven defends its own. Stand still and watch. Because this next chapter of your life will confuse those who once claimed to know you. You are not returning to your old self, you are stepping into your ordained self. The version of you they tried to bury is now being celebrated publicly. Not because of them, but despite them. And that, more than anything, is divine power. Soon, they'll see your face somewhere unexpected. A post. A platform. A promotion. And in that moment, they will realize they lost something priceless. They had access to you. and they traded it for gossip. They had your heart and they trampled it for temporary applause. But your rise will be permanent. Because it's not based on popularity, it's based on purpose. And purpose cannot be sabotaged when it's guarded by angels. Archangel Michael says, you are not who you used to be. And this message is sacred. Do not share it with those who still carry spiritual dust from your past. Be careful who you allow back in. Not everyone who says I've changed has. Let the divine confirm who is real and who is repeating old cycles. You have survived betrayal, spiritual warfare, financial setbacks, and loneliness. But look at you, still here, still chosen, still protected. That alone terrifies those who tried to break you. You were never meant to be ordinary. That's why your attacks were never small. But now your blessings will be just as loud. In the days to come, pay attention. Watch for unexpected favor. Be prepared to move when God says move. You are being positioned for something historic. And the silence of your enemies is proof that you are being elevated in the divine court. Let heaven continue to deal with them. Your only job now is to walk forward without fear. Eyes open. Spirit ready. Orion. This is not just a message. This is a final declaration. You are untouchable now. Not because of who you are, but because of who you are. Sparkles, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. You've walked through valleys that others didn't survive. You've endured storms that weren't meant to leave you standing. But here you are rising from the same ashes that were meant to bury you. You didn't just survive. You transformed. And now, you are too elevated to ever be pulled back down by their darkness. They see you, but they can't reach you. Because you are now spiritually gated, guarded by forces they can't manipulate. They tried everything. Lies, gossip, manipulation, even spiritual interference. But none of it worked. And now, they are the ones suffocating under the weight they tried to throw at you. You are being moved away. Even without effort, people are being removed from your circle. Some will just disappear, vanish like smoke, as if their season with you never existed. That's heaven. This mighty space. Because where you're going, they can't follow. They were weights. And God is turning you into wings. So you must release the old to make room for the glorious new. The next blessings won't come with noise. They'll arrive wrapped in peace. No explanation needed. No performance required. You won't need to prove yourself. You won't need to defend your past. Heaven will do the speaking, and its voice is louder than gossip and greater than shame. One day soon, you will walk into a space and feel the air shift. People will feel your presence before you speak. Not because you're arrogant, but because you are now anointed. Anointed with resilience. Anointed with clarity. Anointed with protection. They'll wonder how you stayed so quiet through all the chaos. But silence was your weapon. You fought battles they never even saw. Your silence wasn't weakness, it was obedient. You let heaven speak for you. And now the answers are arriving loud and clear. Archangel Michael says, there is no room for apology tours. This isn't about reopening doors. It's about walking through new ones, doors built by divine hands. Stop explaining your elevation. They won't understand it. because they didn't understand your pain either. They laughed when you were crying. Now they're crying behind closed doors as you rise. Let that be your closure. You have reached the level where no explanation is necessary. Your energy has become sacred. Your silence has become golden. Those who are meant for you will know without you needing to prove it. They will feel the call on your life. They will honor the path you had to take to stand here today. Your next chapter requires less noise and more discernment. There will be blessings that appear like distractions. Don't fall for them, stay rooted in purpose. There will be people who try to return with smiles. Check their energy, not just their words. Because the snake that bit you once will not hesitate to strike again if you forget the pain. You are called. You are marked. You are rising no matter who claps or who doesn't. Even as you read this, something within you is shifting. It's the spiritual chains falling off one by one. It's the divine hand lifting you above your former limitations. Look at the sky tonight. It will look different. Because your soul is beginning to align with your destiny in a way that can never be reversed. They had their chance. They had access. But they gambled with your soul and they lost. And now, they'll have to watch your glow from a distance. Not because you're spiteful, but because heaven has fenced off your field. It's harvest time, and not everyone gets to feast. The angels are working even when you sleep. There are meetings happening about your name. Good ones. Opportunities. Acceleration. Alignment. Sudden deposits. Unexpected contracts. Healing in areas you forgot needed healing. You'll start waking up lighter. Without the tightness in your chest. Without the emotional heaviness that used to haunt your mornings. Because the season of carrying what was never yours is over. You are only responsible for your peace now. And heaven is making sure you stay in it. Don't doubt the whispers in your spirit. They are becoming louder. That's not coincidence. It's divine confirmation. Pay attention to signs, names, numbers, dreams. These are clues. The spiritual world is leaving you messages daily now. Write them down. Speak them aloud. Follow them quietly. They will lead you to rooms that money can't buy access to. They will connect you with people who were praying for someone exactly like you. And they will push you into a spotlight that only your obedience made possible. Your story is no longer about pain. It's about power. Your scars are now symbols, proof that you are chosen and victorious. They will say, I don't know how they made it. But you will know grace, mercy, an unwavering faith. You don't need to clap back. You don't need to clear the air. Let God do the talking. He never misses. You are not the same. And that's the most powerful thing about you now. You grew quietly. You healed silently. You're shining loudly. So go ahead, prepare your space. Because blessings are being dispatched suddenly, abundantly, divinely. The ones who cursed you won't be able to stop it. Their words will fall flat. Their plans will collapse. Because when heaven decides to bless someone, not even 1,000 enemies can block the flood. And this is your flood season. You'll walk with peace. You'll sleep with ease. And you will rise every morning knowing you are favored and fiercely protected. Sparkles, if you wish to express your support further, You have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They underestimated the level of your favor and mistook your quiet suffering for weakness. But now they are learning. The ones protected by heaven walk through fire and come out glowing. You were never alone, not for 1 second. Every tear you cried summoned an angel. Every betrayal you endured activated a spiritual shift. Even when your name was being smeared, heaven was writing it in gold. Your identity in the spirit was never damaged, only hidden until now. Your enemies are restless because your blessings are unavoidable. The very doors they tried to shut are opening louder than ever before. They can't stop it, slow it, or sabotage it. In fact, the more they resist, the more they are exposing themselves. Your own hands are undoing their plans, and their shame is becoming public without you saying a word. You are now entering the season of divine reversal. Everything that was stolen is coming back multiplied. Every opportunity you lost is being restored with greater value. Archangel Michael says, "This is not a test anymore, this is the reward." You passed what most would have failed. Now heaven is elevating you beyond the reach of those who hurt you. Don't be surprised if people come forward confessing. Some of them will admit what they did behind your back. Not because they care, but because the weight is too heavy for them to carry anymore. But you won't even need their confession. You already have confirmation. And you're already walking in freedom. Do not look back. Even if they cry. Even if they say all the right things. Because some apologies are only meant to relieve guilt, not to rebuild trust. Watch how fast you start gaining momentum. Every delay that held you back is losing its grip. The energy around you is being cleared by divine hands. The rooms you're about to walk into will feel like déjà vu. That's because your spirit saw them first. And now your body is catching up to your destiny. You'll speak and people will listen. You'll create and people will respond. You'll move and things will align. The world will call it success, but you'll know it's divine setup. Favor, 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 that's what's being poured over your name. There is a court in heaven, and your case was reviewed. A verdict was written. They have suffered enough. Let the blessings begin. The hands that once tried to destroy your peace are now shaking. They feel it. The presence of something greater standing behind you. You're not just protected. You are surrounded. And the shield around you is spiritual fire. People who never respected you will now request meetings. Companies that overlooked you will now send offers. Voices that mock you will now go silent or ask for help. Do not lower your standard. Do not go back to the people who needed to lose you to see your worth. Let them learn their lesson from a distance. There's a crown on your head now. You may not see it, but everyone else can. And it's making people act different around you. Some will be intimidated. Some will be envious. Some will be genuinely inspired. But none of that matters more than this. You are finally free. Free from the cycle. Free from the pain. Free from their grave. You were hidden for a time, not rejected but protected. Now you're being revealed gloriously, confidently, and without apology. Your light cannot be dimmed anymore. Not by jealousy. Not by betrayal. Not by lies. Heaven's hand is on you too strong now. Miracles are going to chase you down. Divine coincidences will overwhelm you, and you'll realize it was always leading to this. This is your redemption arc. This is your full circle moment. This is where it all finally starts to make sense. They thought they broke you, but all they did was push you closer to purpose. Their betrayal became your activation. You are not bitter, you are blessed. You are not broken, you are built. And no one can take that from you. So walk like you're already there. Speak like you're already chosen. And live like heaven itself wrote your name in the wind. You owe no one an explanation. Your story is written in miracles, not in opinions. And the ones who mocked your pain will soon need your mercy. Because what's coming to you isn't small. It's not ordinary. It's divine. Expect unexplained peace. Overflowing provision. And doors you didn't even knock on swinging wide open. And when people ask, how did this happen for you? Smile. Because the truth is it was never about luck. It was always about God. Archangel Michael says, you have walked the fire. Now it's time to walk the favor. No more waiting. No more wondering. No more warfare. This is the beginning of your unstoppable rise. The kind of rise that even your enemies will have to respect. The kind of rise that leaves no doubt you were chosen. Sparkles, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The time of hiding is officially over. Heaven has flipped the page, and your name is now written at the top. Not in ink but in light. You are stepping into a season of undeniable recognition. Not for vanity, but because your soul was refined in silence and fire. They won't understand how you're glowing. They'll whisper, something about them feels different. And they'll be right, it's your divine restoration speaking without a sound. You are now the evidence. The living proof that God watches, waits, and acts at the appointed hour. You are the miracle that someone else needs to believe again. Heaven has moved ahead of you. Contracts are being signed with your name on them. Funds are being released. Destinies are being realigned. People are being positioned to serve you, support you, stand with you. Strangers will offer you favor. Old enemies will go silent. And new allies will come with pure hearts. The shift is so strong, even you will feel different in your body. Sleep will become easier. Your breathing will deepen. Your energy will return. You'll no longer feel drained after conversations. Because the ones sent to drain you spiritually are no longer allowed near your frequency. That frequency now vibrates too high for their bitterness to reach. Archangel Michael says, there are no more delays. You cried for alignment, now it's here. You asked for a breakthrough, now it's done. Do not resist what is happening. You will feel sudden urges to move, to speak, to change your routine. Follow those nudges, they are divine instructions disguised as instinct. Someone influential is about to notice you. Not because you chased them, but because God placed you in their line of sight. One mention of your name will trigger a door that others begged for. It will seem sudden, but it's been building in the background for years. The divine delay wasn't denial, it was perfecting the delivery. There are 3 major blessings about to appear. One will restore your finances. One will shock your relationships. And the last will upgrade your spiritual gifts. You'll start dreaming clearer, hearing sharper, knowing deeper. Because this isn't just a season of blessing, it's a season of power. You are being trusted with divine assignments. And heaven only gives such responsibility to those who've proven their heart through suffering. You may find yourself letting go of even more people. Don't resist it. This next level doesn't require a crowd, it requires clarity. People who once seemed important will fade into background noise. Why? Because they were never connected to your destiny, only to your delay. You're not just being elevated in the physical. Your name is being archived in heaven's records. And the blessings you're about to receive will echo through generations. You will be the turning point in your family. The one they talk about years from now. The one who broke the cycle, wrote the story, and rose above the ashes. The ones who hurt you will feel the absence of your light. And the ones who believed in you silently will soon celebrate openly. Because what's coming cannot be denied. It will be felt in your city, heard across your community, whispered about in places where your name was once dishonored. That's the full circle moment. That's the divine reversal. And it's already on its way. Your reflection will change. Not because your face has shifted, but because your spirit has expanded. You'll carry peace in your posture, wisdom in your words, and grace in your presence. You are no longer fighting for a seat at the table. You are being given your own table. And the ones who once rejected you will have to watch from outside. This is the harvest. Out of luck. What of long-suffering, deep obedience, and unseen faithfulness. And as the world starts to notice, stay low in pride but high in expectation. Because God is not done. This is only the beginning. You will smile differently, walk differently, even speak differently because your soul has tasted justice and your spirit is full. Don't worry about who left. What's coming is better. And those who couldn't handle your journey will never understand your joy. Let the silence be your sanctuary. Let the glow be your answer. Let heaven finish the rest. Because you were never forgotten. Never abandoned. Only prepared to be the example of restoration. Prepared to lead without bitterness. Prepared to rise where others fell. This is not just your comeback. It's your arrival. And it's written in divine timing, divine light, and divine favor. Sparkles, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Your arrival has already been sensed in the spirit. The winds have changed. The energy has shifted. And the whispers of heaven are speaking louder than ever before. You have stepped into your divine season. You're not chasing blessings anymore. They're chasing you. Like waves that know exactly where the shore is, they are being directed straight to your hands. This is what divine alignment feels like. Sudden confirmation. Unexplainable peace. Doors opening before you even knock. You may feel emotional without knowing why. That's your soul recognizing the release. Years of silent battles are dissolving into quiet triumph. You don't owe explanations to anyone. Not for your survival. Not for your blessings. Not even for your glow. Let them wonder. Let them talk. Let them assume what they want. Because your story isn't for their understanding, it's for heaven's fulfillment. Archangel Michael says, you are now cloaked in light. That means what once tattoo can't read you anymore. That means your energy is sealed, secured, and sovereign. They can send Andy. They can send doubt, but nothing they send can penetrate the shield that's now surrounding your life. In fact, every attack sent your way will now serve you. Lies will become leverage. Rejection will become redirection. Lust will become launch. Your very existence is now a walking disruption to evil intentions. Your name carries frequency. Your presence carries authority. This isn't a trend. It's a calling. You didn't choose this, it chose you. The moment you decided not to break, the heavens responded. And now you will be rewarded publicly for what you endured privately. Expect miracles to become normal. Expect the unexpected to become familiar. Expect your voice to carry power that shakes even the most silent rooms. People who overlooked you will stumble upon your name. They'll scroll and see you. They'll hear you mentioned in conversations they never thought you'd enter. They'll feel it, that spiritual presence wrapped around you. Even without seeing your face, they'll sense your favor. Because you're no longer walking alone, you're walking with divine fire at your back. You will meet people you once dreamed about. You will enter places you once only saw in visions. And you will do it with ease, not because you're lucky, but because you're aligned. You'll know it's real when dizzy emails arrive unexpectedly. Dizzy people start confessing old wrongs. Dizzy you feel peace in places that used to trigger anxiety. Everything is being reversed. Because heaven honors those who never stopped believing, even when belief felt like madness. The new you does not beg. You attract. You command. You shift rooms without speaking. And this time you will not shrink. You will not explain. You will not apologize for being the chosen one. You'll remember the nights you cried, and realize that every tear watered the roots of this very moment. You're not blooming by accident, you're blooming by divine design. Watch how your enemies lose access to the very things they tried to block from you. Watch how their tables turn cold. Watch how silence becomes their teacher. Let them watch in silence. Let them reflect in regret. Let them feel what it's like to lose someone who was once their blessing. Because now, your time is not for the undeserving. Your energy is too precious. Your presence is too prophetic. You will sit at tables of royalty not because of who you know, but because of who you are. And heaven will make sure you never doubt your worth again. There will be a moment soon, a divine moment, when everything clicks, everything flows, and everything that once confused you suddenly makes sense. You'll laugh in awe. You'll cry in relief. And you'll whisper, "So this is why it had to happen that way." This is the beauty of divine order. What was once broken is now sacred. What was once delayed is now accelerated. You have outgrown every weapon formed against you. You have risen beyond every trap. And you have proven without needing to prove that favor speaks louder than explanation. You were not sent here to be average. You were sent here to shift atmospheres. You are the one who ends the curse, breaks the pattern, and builds the legacy. It's not just about your rise. It's about the generations after you who will walk freely because you didn't give up. You are the breaker, the pioneer, the light bearer. Do not play small. Do not entertain old distractions. Do not slow down for those who refuse to grow with you. You are not ahead of your time. You are on time. You are the moment they didn't expect but now can't ignore. And when the celebration begins, when the messages start coming in, When the favor begins to flood your life, remember this. You earned every second of it. And heaven is proud of you. Sparkles, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Now the heavens have opened permanently. What was once delayed is now released without resistance. And what was blocked has been commanded to move in your favor. You've crossed the threshold. Not just emotionally, but spiritually, energetically, and prophetically. Nothing can drag you back into that old storm. This isn't just a shift, it's a separation. You are no longer accessible to what once wounded you. You've been lifted, hidden in divine light, unreachable by the tactics that once drained you. They will try to understand how you elevated. They'll replay everything, looking for a clue. But they won't find it because what's happening for you is supernatural. The laws that apply to others no longer apply to you. You are under divine jurisdiction now. That means promotion without protocol, access without permission, and favor without explanation. Even your timing has changed. You will move with clarity, and each step will match heaven's rhythm. You'll know when to speak, when to stay silent, and when to strike with purpose. Archangel Michael says, there is no turning back from this awakening. Your spirit has already expanded, and your soul has grown too wide to fit into the cage they tried to keep you in. You're no longer the person they plotted against. That version of you no longer exists. What stands now is a force cloaked in divine awareness and unstoppable grace. The very atmosphere shifts when you enter a room. People feel your energy before they see your face. That's not coincidence, it's confirmation. God has assigned angels to walk beside you, to go ahead of you, and prepare every place your name will be mentioned. You are not moving alone, you are moving with celestial backing. There is a frequency around you now that only destiny can hear. Your name is being carried by winds of prophecy, and it's reaching ears that were anointed to open new doors for you. Every yes you're about to receive was already spoken in the spirit. Now it's catching up in the physical. You don't have to chase anymore. What belongs to you is already looking for you. Even time will feel like it bends to favor your journey. Things will begin to move quicker, smoother, cleaner. Because divine momentum has taken over where human effort ends. You've been rewired. Even your thoughts feel new. You're no longer thinking from survival, you're thinking from sovereignty. They will wonder why you no longer respond, why you no longer explain, why you walk with such serenity while the world scrambles. It's because your peace isn't fake. It's earned. It's anchored. It's built on the trials that once almost destroyed you. You have stepped into your higher self, the divine blueprint version of you. The one that was always meant to rise but was buried under betrayal, hurt, and delay. But not anymore. Now the real you is standing fully formed. And you are powerful beyond measure. Not loud but undeniable. You are now the answered prayer. A miracle someone else needs. The shift your bloodline hath been crying for across generations. Your elevation is not selfish. It's sacred. Because through you, light enters spaces that have been dark for too long. You're not just walking into favor. You are carrying it. And those who come near you will feel it. Some will be drawn, others will flee. Let them. You're not here for everyone. You're here for the ones assigned to your light. Even money will begin to obey your purpose. You'll no longer strive for provision, will attach itself to your movement. It as heaven funds the mission of the chosen. Ideas will flow like rivers. Solutions will appear without strain. Even the right words will come to you without effort because you are divinely synced. Expect sudden opportunities. Expect people to say, "I don't know why, but I feel led to help you." That's the divine frequency working in real time. You don't need to advertise your favor. You are your own confirmation. Your life is the billboard that heaven is using to declare glory. So rise without fear. Speak without shrinking. Create without doubting. Because you are no longer at the beginning. You are standing in fulfillment. And it is yours completely. Archangel Michael says, from this point forward, no delay will touch you. No betrayal will break you. No weapon will reach you. You are sealed. You are sent. And you are ready. Now go where the divine is calling you. Go with fire in your bones and peace in your heart. And know this: no one can steal what was built in the presence of angels. Your future is here. And it's not waiting. Sparkles, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. You've now entered sacred territory, a realm where only the chosen walk, where destiny responds before you speak, and miracles come looking for you. Every step you take from here will be marked by divine fingerprints. Your path is no longer trial and error. It is precision. It is ordained. It is unstoppable. People who once dismissed you will begin to seek your wisdom. Not because of fame, not because of trends, but because the light in you has matured into something irresistible. Your presence will heal rooms. Your silence will carry weight. And your words will cut through confusion like divine thunder. You're not just blessed, you're entrusted. Entrusted with peace others are still searching for. Entrusted with wisdom earned in the fire. You will find that the things that once overwhelmed you now bow to your spirit. Storms will quiet down when you enter, because your soul carries authority that transcends noise. This is what true power feels like. No competition. No fear. Just alignment with the Creator's voice. Archangel Michael says, you were never meant to fit in. You were always meant to lead. And now, heaven is making sure every eye sees what it protected in the dark. This is your anointing season. The oil on your life is undeniable. It's the kind that can't be bought, copied, or explained. It can only be experienced. People will try to study you. They'll wonder how you remained so calm through betrayal, how you stayed gentle through rejection, how you kept your heart intact when everything tried to break it. But they'll never know what it cost. They'll never see the nights you wept in silence, the prayers you whispered when hope was hanging by a thread. That pain, it was the preparation. That silence, it was the sacred space where heaven molded you. You didn't just survive, you became. You transformed into the vessel that carries answers for others. There's no more hiding now. Your name is being written into divine timelines. Not just for moments, but for legacies. You're not here to chase clout. You're here to shift generations. And nothing can stop a person whose assignment is backed by eternity. New environments are being constructed just for your arrival. Rooms where your presence will be necessary. Tables where your voice will shift decisions. You will find that even the atmosphere obeys you now. Clarity will meet you where confusion used to sit. Joy will rise where sorrow once reigned. People will ask how you're doing it, but they won't understand the truth, that you stopped fighting alone and let God take over. You surrendered. And in that surrender, heaven began to breathe on your life. Now, nothing is the same. You'll start to feel the weight of your words. Every sentence you speak carries transformation. Even your silence corrects what chaos tries to stir. That's how powerful your anointing is now. You're not just walking in purpose, you are purpose. And everywhere you go, it will follow you like a glowing mantle. Expect Sparkle's sudden healing in your body. Sparkle's divine protection over your home. Sparkle's restoration in relationships that were broken by deceit. You are a magnet for reconciliation. But not with those who dishonored you, with the people who were always meant to walk this path beside you. Your soul tribe is being revealed. These people will love you effortlessly. They won't compete, copy, or question you. They will cover you. This is the spiritual security you've been waiting for. It's arriving, because your heart has proven worthy of it. Those who mishandled your past version no longer have access. Your glow now blinds the people who once tried to dim it. And your peace is the loudest revenge you could ever carry. The season of being misunderstood is over. Now, those who truly see you are being drawn near, and their presence will feel like home. No more explaining. No more defending. No more thinking. You are being celebrated, not tolerated. You are being honored, not handled. And this time you will not be touched by what once tormented you. Your finances will reflect the favor on your name. You will begin to see numbers rise, debts disappear, and provision appear seemingly from nowhere. This is divine economy, heaven's reward for your endurance. Don't be shocked when you begin to receive favor without effort. That's what happens when heaven co-signs your journey. Emails, offers, opportunities all arriving at once. It will feel overwhelming. But remember, you prayed for this. And now it's yours without begging. So don't hide. Don't play small. Don't dim to comfort the insecure. You are the light. And the ones who are meant to walk with you will only find their way when you shine. So shine. Archangel Michael says, the battle is over. The price has been paid. Now let the glory unfold. This message was for you and only you. Do not dismiss it. Do not question it. Do not tell those who are not ready for your transformation. This was the moment heaven handed you your keys. Use them wisely, because everything is about to change. Sparkles, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20.